So there's just a switching sample or a part of what the idea is. So that's from this point all the way down there is about 6 feet or so. Sorry, let me just adjust the camera here a bit so I don't make everybody sick. So the idea is, so Ipex Plastic sits back there. Like, see where the Walthers box is? Like here, let me just move this other light out of the way. I'm just sort of shooting from the hip today because I'm really not, I said I wouldn't put the camera on this summer on the layout, but I know everybody wants to see some content despite that. So I got these cars, like I got to show you these, okay? So I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the Ipex Plus because I couldn't really find decent plastic pellet cars. I had some Atlas ones, but I was like really kind of discouraged. I thought, you know, I like the nicer end stuff because I don't buy like a lot of rolling stock, and because it's an in-your-face shelf layout and you're only going to have a few cars, you might as well have really nice ones, I think, and a few nice locomotives. So these are beautiful offerings from Scale Trains, obviously. Like they really are. And these are exactly like the ones that you see down at Ipex Plastics when they switch down at Duncan Way. And this, like this scene's going to be really close to the prototype when it's done, other than the revisions I made with the track for operational options and possibilities. But it still has the feel and the spirit of Ipex Plastics and Duncan Way. So when these cars, when Chris brought them in Inner City, like he kind of grinned at me. I said, okay, I'll take 5, and Ipex Plastics is now cast in stone. It's going to be built. You see the Walthers, their plastic pellet transfer facility? I'm just using those towers for the background, like way back there. And I'm scratch building the whole industry. I just have the basic plywood walls cut. So it's going to be a really long, drawn out, it's going to be a very long, drawn out project, like all winter. So like in 2025, 2026, because as most of you know, that's what I do. Like I focus in, and I'm about the small, intimate, highly detailed layout, not the broad sweeping one. And there's nothing wrong with the broad sweeping one. Everybody adjusts their build style and scenicking style according to the footprint and the vision that they have. So yeah, so this has been in the waiting for a long time. You can see that book there, Wyeth at Kerner's, like that is for further down section 3. I don't really want to turn over there because there's really not a whole lot to look at. There's part of it, like you can see where there's going to be a shift to sort of a kind of a rural farming community here, like it is in Langley. So there's sort of a transition, and there'll be trees in here. Oh, trees. I don't think go on another tree bender. As most of you know, I love building like these kind of trees where I don't, like the thought of trying to scenic a whole 40-foot run mountainside, like I feel sorry for you that have to do it. But there's ways to get around it, I know. But I'm not doing it. That's why I'm keeping this layout small, and it's long term. But there's going to be trees in here, sort of more summery aspen kind of look, I think, in here. This is really cool because when you look down here, it'll be this industry, kind of like the way the ferry is ops at night with the lights and the, you know, the marine terminal there. Really intimate scene that's really immersive and really pulls you in when you're doing those kind of slow operations and switching. That's what this is going to be like, and this is prototypical as well. So, you know, we have the industry subjects going on in section 1, and then you've got this sort of transitional zone on section 2, which I really like, and the waterfront scene that a lot of people, actually engineers, have said they're familiar with that, which is kind of neat actually. And then there's this here, but this is a really big project, and I can't plug in right now, but I will be eventually. And this, like Wyeth at Kearns, like this book is so inspirational. And just let me close on a few brief words on inspiration. So we get inspiration from all kinds of places, from the real world, from books, from other people's layouts, etc. I get them from all those former ones that I just mentioned. And I love artist books. Like that's Andrew Wyeth at Kearns. And that book was basically just a quick summary is when he spent the time on a farm there with people he knew. He had a studio there, and he just painted that farm. He lived on that farm and just painted whatever he saw. And the acrylic, you paint a lot in acrylic, they're just gorgeous. Like, I don't know how he just took umbers and sepias and painted the way he did with water. Like it's mind-blowing, like how he did that. And some of the portraiture too will blow your mind. That, like, if you can get books like that, those kind of coffee table artist books, like Great American Artists, and I mean, they are so inspirational. They will inspire you to do scenery. Believe me, they will. And so that book I'll be reading more of. I've already read it once, so I'll be reading it again and going through it, because I love biographies about artists. You learn so much about any hobby of this nature. So that'll be really good inspiration, plus all my photos for this down here. This here is going to be deep attack, full-on project when I plug in, because I know when I plug in I switch a gear and then that's it. That's why I won't switch the gear yet, because I'm afraid if I do, then everything else has to go on hold that I need to finish, because there's some locomotives that I'm finishing too, and weathering cars and so on. Okay, so I just want to encourage everybody, have fun with your layout. Happy modeling, happy summer or fall soon, whatever that comes, probably fast. And I hope you have a great day. Okay, cheers.